All right, let's get this show started!
Bryce Mitchell has reacted after suffering a brutal knockout loss at UFC 296. Last night, Mitchell was on the wrong end of one of the most brutal knockouts the UFC has seen in years when Josh Emmett landed a jarring overhand right to the face of Bryce during Saturday's bout. The knockout was so rough that Mitchell showed concerning signs regarding his health after the hit. Fortunately, a few hours ago, Mitchell took to Instagram where he appeared alright and issued a statement attributing the brutal loss to a bad game plan. Hear it from Bryce himself.
Hey, I want to let everybody know that I'm okay. I want to thank y'all so much for watching, and I've just been so blessed this weekend. I cannot complain about anything, and really where I messed up is a poor strategy. So my strategy was stick to the jab, make my reads, work my feet, kind of sit on the outside, but that put me to where I'm not putting that forward pressure that I really like to put, and it also made me look like timid, you know, and that's not how I fight. I fight very aggressive, and so I encourage anybody who's got a fight in their life, not just a fist fight, I'm talking about any type of fight, be aggressive and attack it, because at least if you go down and you lose that battle, you're going to know you fought and you went head on towards it. And so just a bad strategy by me tonight. And gosh, Josh hits hard, and he's so low to the ground when he throws that overhand right. It's hard to hit him with anything, and what can I say, you know? I could have done better, but I obviously didn't, you know? I'm so lucky to live the life that I live. I have a wife because of this sport. Me and my wife would have never met if it wasn't for this sport. I have a kid coming because of this sport. I have a house because of this sport. I have a farm because of this sport. I wouldn't trade it for nothing, and there's nothing that's going to get me down. I'm just going to refuse to let negativity control me. And I just want to tell y'all that I love you.
Leon Edwards slams coward Colby Covington. It sounds like there's still bad blood between Leon and Colby. Speaking to media during the UFC 296 post-fight press conference, Leon reacted to his dominant win over Colby and slammed his opponent for being a coward who can't accept a loss like a man.
Kids are out of it. I feel like a murdered parent should definitely be out of it. It's just like I don't get how you use that as a way to sell fight or entertainment, you know. And I think that's like put him in the shower. I think my reaction to it kind of like threw him off a bit. I felt no one were feeling what you're saying, you know, like the fans turn against him and the media is like, what are you doing? I feel like, but he's a coward and he's always been a coward, you know. Even when he lost the fight, he keep making excuses that, I won the fight. Even if Usman knocked him out and broke his jaw, he's like, yeah, it was Mark's fault. It's always someone else's fault when he loses, you know.
Yeah.
Leon also admitted that Colby got in his head with talk of his father.
Like, how challenging was it there to keep the proper mindset?
It was hard, you know, like even to the weigh-ins yesterday, I was like fuming and shaking, and but I was after speaking to my mom and my coaches, and just okay, just like fuck this guy basically, and just focus on yourself. This is what he wants. He wants you to come out there and fight emotional and like try swing and take it down, you know. So I thought, okay, this is like, also what he said is fucked up, but let's switch it all off and go out and do your job, you know.
Yeah.
Here's how the welterweight champ celebrated his UFC 296 victory.
Let's go!
Here's how Colby Covington reacted after UFC 296's loss. This weekend, Covington suffered the fourth loss of his MMA career and his third lineal UFC title loss. Speaking to media during UFC 296's post-fight press conference, Chaos explained what went wrong and also had some words for Stephen Thompson.
Yeah, I would rate my performance a 5 out of 10. I could sit here all day and make excuses. You know, I could have zigged and when I should have zagged. I could have, you know, it was a timing thing because I was off, you know, but that's not the cloth that I was cut from, so I'm not gonna make excuses. There's a reason the front window is bigger than the rear view, so, you know, it's in the past now. I'm not gonna worry about the past. I'm gonna focus on what's next, you know. There's a guy that's been talking a lot of shit to me in the media, you know, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. You know, everybody thinks he's a nice guy, he's had a lot to say about me, so I'd love to see him say that to me in the cage. You know, I'd love to see him, you know, sometime next year, and, you know, we've been at the top of the division for the longest. You know, we're two guys that have never fought, that have been at the top of the division for years, so, you know, I think that's the fight that makes the most logical sense next.
Covington also said that he believes he won 3 out of 5 rounds, but the judges hate him because he's a Trump supporter.
I did, you know, I thought the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round were mine. The 5th was mine easily. The 4th I thought was mine as well too, and, you know, I thought I did enough in the 3rd. You know, he didn't put any damage on me. He got a couple low kicks, but then I started checking him at the end, so, you know, I thought I had the win. I thought I did enough, but, you know, the judges have never favored me. They hate me because I support Trump, and, you know, everybody hates Trump in this building, so, you know, it is what it is. Life goes on.
Donald Trump leaves during Colby Covington's post-fight speech. Prior to UFC 296, Covington had stated that Donald Trump would be the person to wrap the belt around his waist when he beat Edwards. However, that did not occur, and now footage has emerged of Trump leaving the arena during Colby's post-fight speech.
I didn't take any damage, just mine is the easiest fight of my life. I thought I won the fight. So don't respect this life. I will come back stronger. It's all respected.
After UFC 296, Dana went on to criticize the slow and old Colby Covington. The UFC 296 main event definitely wasn't the barn burner that everyone expected. Covington, who is usually a high volume fighter both on the feet and the ground, seemed tentative to exchange blows with Edwards throughout the fight. During UFC 296's post-fight presser, Dana White was asked about Colby's performance, and let's just say he didn't hold back.
I guess my take on it is, and you guys let me know what you think, but when you're 35 years old and or any age in this sport, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna wait. Waiting is never a good idea in this sport. This sport doesn't wait for anybody. And I think he looked slow tonight. He got out wrestled. You know, Leon looked good. Leon looked fast. Looked like he had trouble dealing with his speed, and then getting out wrestled too. And not to mention the fact that Leon absolutely destroyed that leg too. Yeah.
Dana also revealed that Michael Venom Page has officially signed with the UFC, as well as announcing several fights for the UFC Miami fight card, which includes the return of Ian Gary.
I guess before I get started, I'll announce some fights for you guys here. This Miami card is stacking up to be badass. Michael Venom Page versus Kevin Holland, Song Yadong versus Jan, Gilbert Burns versus Jack Della, and Ian Gary versus Jeff Neal.
DRICUS Du Plessis has reacted after UFC 296's altercation with Sean Strickland. The heat from UFC 297's press conference between Strickland and Du Plessis spilled over into the crowd last night. The two fighters got into a physical altercation as Strickland moved past seats to attack Du Plessis. UFC security and Dana White ran over to break up the pair, and according to John Anik on the broadcast, Strickland was removed from the venue. Both Du Plessis and Strickland have now reacted to the altercation. Here's what DRICUS had to say.
Yeah, well, I guess as soon as we walked in, we sat that close to each other. I almost knew that this isn't a great idea, but you know, he turned around and I said, what are you looking at? And he said, what are you going to do? And I don't know, there was some words, not even sure what it was. He got the kids out of the way, and you know, it's almost like it wasn't nothing was going to happen, and then he just jumped over the chair at me, and yeah, you know, the rest is history. You can see it on the video, but I mean, now I know. The man punches like a girl. I understand his finish rate being 33% makes a lot of sense. I can't believe that man drops anyone. But like I said, come 20th of January, the security won't be there to save his life when I'm on top of him.
Strickland also explained why he attacked Du Plessis, tweeting, "I go hard on everyone, I know this. Izzy mouth-feeding his dog, DRICUS kissing his coach and grabbing his cup, O'Malley talking about sharing his wife in a podcast. You're a man on a world stage doing this in public, and what do you pick? You got abused as a kid, huh?" Here's Israel Adesanya's reaction to the DRICUS Strickland altercation. The former champ reposted a video of the altercation and posted a DM from his conversation with Craig Jones. Craig wrote, "Bro, that was crazy. Funny shit." Everyone stepped in. I was like, let this ride, please. Strickland asked Gilbert to move his wife and his kids first. That's when Izzy replied, "LOL, I'm just enjoying the shit show. At least he didn't call DRICUS a n***." To which Craig replied, "Not yet, LOL." Then he posted another screenshot from his DMs which read, "When you let the court jester into the castle, the kingdom becomes the circus." Listen up, fight fans. We've been working behind the scenes on a newsletter that will allow you to read and see content we can't always post on here. This will allow us all to better stay in the talk. Time for today's memes. Third place was found over Reddit, was posted by a user named BigDumbBS. Second place meme was found over Instagram and was posted by a user named As Shopped As It Gets. And the top meme was found over Instagram and was posted by Daily Dose MMA. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to stay in the talk.